All right, so you were on death's door yesterday, and then today you end up. Do I see you were in third?
I got up to third for a brief minute. So there was the start was a pretty gnarly climb, and everyone was kind of hitting the gas pretty hard. The 3-day racers were mixed in with us, so they were fresh and on the front. And the selection formed pretty early. There was a group of 5 or 6 of us heading into the first single track, and then we had a long power sapping grass climb, and I'm like, not for me. The damage was done from yesterday, so I kind of held back a little bit, and then I knew the enduro was coming up, so I'm like, I'm gonna try and give it the gooser there to see what happens, and ended up catching back up to Logan by the time I got to the bottom of that, so I was still in that front group. And again, I was just the pace was still hot, so I chilled again, and I just wanted to enjoy the trails, and ended up riding with Greg Galetta for a while. We were working together, and he would take pulls on the more power sections to kind of pace me a bit, and I would take the front on some of the single track to guide him through it. And we ended up catching the back of that front group that just exploded. And then I ended up in third, riding well, feeling good. I felt like I was riding very efficiently through a really sustained, rooty, rocky section. And then I had a flat debacle where I thought the sealant sealed it, used my CO2, had to put a tube in, but didn't have any more CO2 and was waiting for someone to come by and rescue me.
So where'd you end up in the end?
I think I was third for U25 and 7th or 8th for open. It's tough to tell because the 3-day racers and the single speeders were also up there, and I wasn't really counting who was riding by me while I was changing my tire.
Yeah, what's it like having the influx of the 3-day, the fresh 3-day guys after you guys had a rough day yesterday?
It definitely makes the pacing a little bit interesting, but I think there's been enough racing and enough selections happening early on that everyone in that front group of the 5-day knows who's who and who's in the 5-day, who's in the 3-day. But everyone's still trying to pull time on each other. So if a 3-day guy gets on the front and starts hammering it, everyone's gonna go with it.